3, 2, 1.
My name is Darroll Shamello Durant. I'm an entertainment professional. I've been working in entertainment, starting in music and music production and expanding into film and television production. I was born in Queens and raised in Long Island. In my household, being a musician or being someone from a creative background like an artist or something like that, that wasn't considered a career, and that especially wasn't considered the kind of job that you bring home the bacon with in the mindset of, you know, a 70s household. My major in college was biology, and I chose that path because I was Jedi mind tricked by my parents that I should be a doctor. You know, they'd buy me doctor uniforms for Halloween and the board game Operation. Oh, you love this game, you know. So I think they kind of like subliminally pushed me towards the medical field. And my father was also a combat medic in the Air Force, so he was kind of partial to that field for me, and he wanted me to do a practical career. My mind was consumed with poetry and songwriting and trying to pursue it while I was in college. There was a magnetic attraction to entertainment for me. After my 5th year in school, I got an opportunity to intern in a studio. I'm probably about 3 or 4 credits away from my bachelor's in biology, but I opted to spend that last 3 credit hours in the studio. And I never looked back. My buddies from college, they did their intervention with me. They wanted to send me to life rehab because they were like, "You've lost your mind, what are you doing?" And I said, I just have a gut feeling that this is what my destiny is. I went to the city to meet these guys, and they immediately gravitated to me as I did to them, and we were able to do 3 strong records on a record that sold numerous millions, and the record was called Poison. The group was Biv Devoe, and I wrote 3 songs on their first album, and today that album is still classic. As a matter of fact, it just hit its 25th anniversary. So I had some fun, and I had a lot of fruit in my career, but I wasn't falling in love with it anymore. So I was kind of just like not in love with the business as much anymore. And also from some bad deals going bad, I had lost a lot of my resources. So I actually was back going to work again, but I always was making new music in my house. When I initially called this music a hobby, it was falling into the hobby lane because I was actually working in a civilian job in a restaurant. I did a record for Busta in 1997 called Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. It was a very big pop hit for Busta, and it's actually still a classic. Me and my roommate, Buddha, we were developing this beat, and Busta's road manager, who was also a friend of ours, was like, "Oh my goodness, that beat right there is tremendous." We both worked in the same restaurant. Busta called us feverishly while we were at work, and this never happens. And he said, "I need that beat right now. I need you guys to get to the studio right now." My roommate, he took his bow tie off and said, "I am out of here." He said, "Tell the boss I'm out." And I was like, "But we gotta finish the shift. We got at least 3 more hours." He said, "Well, you got 3 more hours. I'm going." So I said, "Listen, man, go hold us down. I'll meet you at the studio when I finish my shift." Busta took about 2 weeks every day of this beat playing non-stop, back to back to back. And then finally one day he said, "I got it." And then he started spitting the rhyme that he spit, and everybody in the room was like, "That's it. You got it, man. You got it, man." And me, I have to admit, I was still a skeptic. My roommate, super hyped, was like, "Man, we got him. We got him with this one, brother." Palladium was closing, and Busta had the last hip-hop night there, and he performed that record. And the DJ was just playing it back to back to back, to the point where the DJ played the record probably 7 times. That was the point when I was like, this record is the shit, because this is the Palladium. This is the hottest spot in New York. This is Busta's premiere of it, and people are losing their mind. Busta looked down and saw me, and Busta said, "Hold on a second. Before I do this record again, y'all gotta know who this is." He grabbed my hand, pulled me on stage, and said, "This is the producer of this record. throw that beat back. And he played it, and I stood in the middle of the stage with my hands up like this for the whole 6th time that he played that record. And it was the most insane feeling of my career. I always wanted my music to speak for me, and I always wanted to illuminate the artists that I work with. I felt like that's a producer's job. I'm looking for artists that are telling a different type of story, that are painting a different type of picture. And this is something that Public Enemy has pounded in my head since I was an apprentice working underneath them, is that you got to make music that people are either going to love or hate, but you have to be definitive. Some of the artists and producers that I've worked with, and there's been quite a few, but some of the most notable to me in my lifespan have been Dr. Dre, Missy Elliott, Pete Rock, Spider-Man and Freeze. Spider-Man to this day is my best friend, more like my brother, my partner Buddha, of course. And I'm also from a crew called the Producers Coalition of America. Biv Devoe, who helped me put a lot of the hardware on my walls. Now I'm an entertainment professional because I've had a chance to experience all these different facets. So instead of pigeonholing myself to say I just do this or I just do this, I do all this, do all of that, I do all of this, because I'm in love. I can safely say I love entertainment, every aspect of it. I'm going on my 5th season working with Comic Book Men. We are on AMC. We are after Walking Dead, which is one of the highest rated shows on television. And we have a nice cushy seat right behind them. And I am the production manager for it, so I get a chance to see everything. I get a chance to watch exactly how this television is made. I get to contribute to this television, to good TV, good clean fun. I'm definitely due for a 20th anniversary record with Busta. We did Put Your Hands in 1997, so I say look out for a smasher in 2017 with me and Busta. And that is not to say that we're not going to do more records before that, but that 20th anniversary record is going to be a monster. I'm already started working on the beat for it.
Like a joke sometimes. Like a